Welcome to What's Cool in School in Rutherford County. Next up, we have Lavergne High School that we're taking a look at. No, you're not seeing that behind me right now. It's Motlow State Community College. But the reason we are here is to touch on their early college program and what opportunities this program offers up to students at Lavergne High School. After that, we get to find out about their welding program, and then it's all about diversity. Just how diverse Lavergne High School is and how special it is for students to be able to share a part of themselves. We'll have that in just a couple minutes, so I'm so glad you're sticking with us in our series of What's Cool in School in Rutherford County. Welcome back to What's Cool in School. We're not at Lavergne High School right this minute. We happen to be at Motlow State Community College, as mentioned at the top of the show, for what they offer students. That is the early college program. To share more about what this gives to students, the opportunities that it opens up, we have assistant principal from Lavergne High School. We have Hope Bakari, and we have one of the students as well. We have Robin Phelps. So thank you both so very much.
You're welcome.
What I love early college early programs, any program that's offered to a student to really set them up for what they want to do a little bit earlier.
Absolutely.
Share a little bit more about this and your connection with Motlow now.
Well, students in our program are working toward their associate degree and their high school diploma at the same time. They apply as sophomores, and if they're accepted, they will be fully immersed within the Motlow community, taking all of their junior and senior classes here from Motlow instructors.
So do they go back to the high school?
They can if they want to take a class at the end of the day, 7th or 8th period. They can participate in clubs and other activities, but they can also participate in clubs and activities here on Motlow's campus because they are Motlow students as well.
What does that application process look like for students?
Students apply as sophomores. So, for example, right now we're about to have our parent meeting, our informative meeting. Students will have to take the ACT. They need a 19 composite on the ACT and a 3.0 minimum GPA, although I like to add that most students in the program have a GPA much, much higher. It ranges, I would say the average is probably 3.8 GPA and a 25 or 26 on the ACT average. Again, once they are accepted, they come here and they are engaged in 62 minimum collegiate hours, earning that associate degree in general studies.
That's fantastic. Robin, for you, when did you decide this was the route that you wanted to go?
So freshman year, I was a little on the fence about it, but I was kind of convinced sophomore year at the parent meeting with Ms. Bakari and some of the previous juniors and seniors, and it just really seemed like the way to go, especially considering that I'm going into theater. I knew that having 2 years advance on my degree would really help me save money and save time to get into the job I want post-college.
What has it been like coming here for your classes and working here?
It's been great. I'm actually kind of a guinea pig in this program in that I'm the first of a specialized degree. So I will have an Associates of Psychology. So it's been kind of interesting in that I have more classes that are integrated with the regular Motlow students, like completely with, outside of the cohort, just as a trial program because I came in with so many credits. But for me, it's a really great opportunity just to learn from new teachers, new people from all different backgrounds, from different college students. Just overall great experience to also just get ahead in my education.
I love that you say it's a great experience. For students who maybe want to do the path that you are on, is it overwhelming or can it be overwhelming, and then how do you handle that?
Honestly, it definitely can be, considering we're taking a full collegiate course load at 16, 17 years old. Mostly just staying ahead of it, starting early, getting prepared, even for that first, week where you're just going over your syllabus, start prepping stuff for the next week and the next, because considering all that, and then like personal life, family, clubs, because I have 3 clubs that I'm in and pretty heavy activity with, it's just really just prepping yourself for the future.
And managing your time.
Yeah, that's the one thing she's really stressing always is get things done ahead of time and just stay on track.
Which I assume is, well, not I assume, I know it will only set them up for success.
Absolutely,
outside of college.
And they gain more confidence. I'm not sure that all of the students realized that they could accomplish this when they applied. But once
definitely.
we have, I know, right? Once they started, they have developed more confidence. They are setting themselves up for later. All of them are applying to colleges and they are being accepted. And if we think of like last year's cohort, which was 34 students, every single one of them got accepted to the school that they applied to, the four-year university that they applied to with scholarships.
Wow. Is there any
incredible.
assistance for the parents for this program?
In terms of finances, well, there is, for this particular program, TSAC offers a middle college scholarship which pays everything except for $50, and Rutherford County picks up the rest.
How many students do you have taking part?
We have 107 students right now.
107.
And we really are the only program like it in Rutherford County, the only one that's fully immersed, where the students spend their entire day here on Motlow's campus.
Do you think that benefits the students doing it that way?
Oh, absolutely. They are definitely prepared for the next level. They have accepted all of like enrichment opportunities that we presented to them. Motlow has supported them. Motlow puts supports in place to help them succeed. They participate in, or they can utilize the library, the tutoring lab, writing lab.
Been there plenty.
Exactly. You know, and the free food sometimes.
I mean,
Who doesn't love that?
the welcome week food is always great.
Absolutely.
Always great.
Okay. Last question for you. I know, it can be overwhelming. Do you have counselors there around? Like if a student says, I'm really having a tough time. First off, they worked so hard to get to be a part of this. Do you have that as help there for them?
Here at Motlow?
Either at Motlow or at Lavergne High School.
They still have the same counselor that they were assigned at Lavergne. That counselor remains their counselor throughout the program. But then they also have moi.
Something tells me they do like having you there.
I am all the things.
We are
Yes.
constantly in her office. Miss Bakari this, Miss Bakari that. Always. And then we have our EA, LJ, Gary on campus. He's the director of engagement.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
He's constantly there for us, asking if we need anything, if there's anything he can do. We've got great counselors here on campus over the dual enrollment program, and just in general, we can always go to advising or counseling here if we ever need anything.
Exactly.
That is
it's really incredible.
It does sound like that. Assistant Principal Bakari, do you have a really proud moment since this program was initiated in 2022?
Well, all the moments are proud, are a reason to be proud.
Right.
For me, it is somewhat selfish, and I just have to say it. People spend their entire lives like looking for their reason for being, and for me, I feel as if I get to live mine every day, working with them.
That is wonderful. Thank you both for sharing this with us and kind of letting people know what it's like to be a part of an early college program. So if you have one at your high school, maybe look into it if that's the path that you would like to go. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you would want to share?
I think I'm good.
Well, thank you very much. Again, Robin Phelps and then Assistant Principal Hope Bakari from Lavergne High School. We appreciate you guys and good luck in all that you do. You are very welcome. We have a lot more of what's cool at Lavergne High School, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Webb. I'm the owner and operator of Webb Aesthetic Plastic Surgery here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We offer services for both men and women, breast, body, and face for both.
I meet with patients who are ready to schedule surgery. We talk about their pre-op appointments, what to expect before surgery, what to expect during and after surgery.
We graduated medical school and nursing school the same day, and I had things that I believed in and stood by that I wasn't willing to compromise on. So when he came home, we had to discuss that we were on the same page with how we treated patients and staff. We want them to feel like they're part of our family.
Veritas was chartered about 50 years ago to serve the Nissan employees nationwide. We moved to the Middle Tennessee area about 15, 16 years ago when the Nissan headquarters moved to the Franklin, Tennessee area. Having a place where people can walk in and talk to you, they can share their life. Within our Visa credit card program, you get 1% cash back on all of your purchases every month. And then we have special promotions from month to month that allow us to reward our members even more. Our new mobile app is really state of the art. We love what we can do with that. Extremely easy to use. Very, very simple to make deposits, make transfers, or look at your balances. It's just an incredible product that we were able to put into place this last year. Our members really, really love it. We have this program that we offer every Christmas season, our holiday loan. It has a great interest rate on it, very, very quick to apply for and for us to get funded for our members. And so if you were to apply this morning, you'd have your cash by lunchtime. If you'd like to be a member of Veritas and you work for Nissan, or you're a Nissan family member or one of their Tier 1 or Tier 2 suppliers, you can join us today. Also, if you live in certain areas of Rutherford County, or if you happen to be a friend of the Smyrna Library, come on in and see us today. We'd love for you to be a part of Veritas.
Welcome back. I am thrilled to highlight the welding program here at Lavergne High School. 90 students participating in this. We have the welding instructor. We have Mr. Jason Bowers with us. Mr. Bowers, thank you first off for this.
Absolutely.
How fun is it for you to be able to teach students maybe something you already have a love for, which is welding?
To be honest, it's really cool for me. I love welding, I love fabricating, building things, and to be able to pass on my trade, that's where it's at.
I just want to say from the start, this is the only welding program in Rutherford County.
It is, yes.
What does that mean for the students, or what opportunities does that provide these students here?
So our second year students get to be dual enrolled at Motlow, or excuse me, at TCAT.
Okay.
And they earn college credit while here.
How, I guess, what is the welding field? What does that look like? From what I was researching, not only is it lucrative, but you have more and more people getting into it.
Yes. Right now, the welding industry is not in a great spot as far as the tradespeople coming into it, because welders of my age are retiring out.
Okay.
For every 7 of me going out, only 1 is coming in. So programs like this let us start refilling those gaps.
For those who may not be familiar, what are you able to do in a welding like a welding business, I guess? So what are they're learning here? What will they do in the future?
They could go to a pipeline. They could go to industrial structural steel welding. They could do sanitary TIG welding, which is think about like food factories, that kind of thing.
Cool. And I want to share that it's not only for guys. There's some ladies taking part in the welding program that you say are some of your students that are excelling.
They are. The females' attention to detail while they're welding typically is a little bit more than the guys.
First class coming in, so this is, you say, an intro class
Yes.
to welding. What do they need to learn when they come in the door? Obviously, safety, highly important.
Yes, so we practice safety a lot, a whole lot. We don't want to get anybody hurt, and it's a continuing year throughout the year we do safety. But basically today we're doing our intro to tools. I'm trying to see where they know what they know, while they're using their tape measures to measure, which is what we learned a few weeks ago.
Now start off from like an intro class. So they learn the tools, they start to build something to maybe the more advanced class in maybe a 4-year student.
Okay, so from intro to 4-year, when they leave here as a 4-year, they should be as good or better than me. That's the way I look at it.
How are you seeing, what are students looking at like right now? Like are they, some of them better?
So I've got a couple students that are in my other classes that they can compete with certain types of welding.
Where do they get to show off their skills? You get to see them every day, but where, I mean, would the rest of us get to see their skills?
So working on getting a page for X for the welding program. And then we have a Skills USA competitions later in the year, and that's a club, that's a student-led club, and that's open to anybody in the school. So if they weren't able to get into the welding program, they can join Skills USA Welding.
That is incredible. And again, happy that this program is here. What do you hope to see from this program in years to come?
Turning out young folks that know how to work and take pride in their work.
And speaking of young folks and students, we get to hear from one of the students now as we go to commercial break. I guess my last question for you, though, is there anything that we missed that you would want to share?
Not really.
No?
We covered quite a bit here.
I also want to say again, Mr. Bowers is over the archery program
Yes,
here
ma'am.
as well. How many do you have participating in archery?
Approximately, I think we're going to have about 30 on the team.
Cool. Okay. So. Thank you so much, Mr. Bowers, for sharing what you shared with us here about the welding program and a little bit about archery. As we go to break, we're going to hear what one student has learned in his time here taking part in the welding program.
My years in the welding program, I've learned all kinds of safety, from the basics to more advanced stuff, and how to weld in multiple different types. We've learned MIG welding and stick welding, and some kids have even touched TIG welding, which is pretty cool. Before this club or program was a thing, I was really into cars and stuff, so the welding program just kind of edged me into it. I saw it was a new class, so I figured I'd try it, and it turned out I really like it. I'm hoping to get a good career in welding where I can provide for myself and whoever else is in my life that I need to provide with.
Veritas was chartered to serve the Nissan employees nationwide. Within our Visa credit card program, you get 1% cash back on all of your purchases every month. Our new mobile app is really state-of-the-art, very, very simple to make deposits, make transfers, or look at your balances. If you're a Nissan family member or one of their Tier 1 or Tier 2 suppliers, also if you live in certain areas of Rutherford County, or if you happen to be a friend of the Smyrna Library, come on in and see us today. We'd love for you to be a part of Veritas.
We offer services for both men and women, breast, body, and face for both.
People come to plastic surgery offices because they want to improve something that they feel is a flaw in themselves.
About 10 years ago, our men's procedures were probably about 10% of what we did. Nowadays, it's more like 30 or 40%. Eyelid lifts, liposuction, and we even do hair transplants here.
We are part of the community, and we want to be able to walk around and see faces in the community that we've made happy.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back to What's Cool in School here in Rutherford County. I have the pleasure of sitting down with a number of Lavergne High School students. First off, each of you, thank you so much for sitting down with me for what I think is probably going to be one of the coolest segments that we've done yet. This is highlighting diversity and what's found here at Lavergne High School. In fact, we have 8 different countries represented right now. This is amazing. To talk on behalf of the students, we have Joel Otu, family from Ghana, and then we also have Junior Mejia, am I right? From Honduras. Thank you guys so much. First off, share a little bit about your background and your family.
We from Ghana, west side of Africa. You know, it's a nice, very nice place to go visit. You should go visit one day.
I would love that. How often do you get back?
I only been back twice. When I was a kid, and I've been back freshman year, and I'm a senior now. So, you know, it's a little while.
So you're in your senior year. Junior, what about for you?
For me, my dad's from Honduras and my mom's from Nicaragua. I've been to both. Nicaragua when I was younger, I don't really remember as much, but Honduras has one of the best coral reefs in the world, like one of the top 3. So like the ocean and beach there is beautiful. We recently went in July. I was over there for about 2 weeks. We stayed in Roatan for about a week. The food, just the way the people are there so humbled and they're so like nice, kind. They treat you like family, even if you're not. Like it's just, I loved it. It's a great experience. You got to go one day.
Oh, it seems like I have 2 new places on my destination list for sure. For the 2 of you, 2 young men, what is it like to be able to go into a school where you're able to freely share where you come from? What is that like for you? We'll start with you, Junior.
With me, I feel like it puts you in a good environment because not only do you get to like show like where you're from or stuff about you, what's unique about you, but you also get to learn from other students who are from all over the world. I feel like being able to learn from others, it's a good thing because everybody has their differences and they are very unique in a different way.
100%. What do you think?
As Junior was saying, I like how you can express it. Everybody likes to express your culture to school. Even last year, we did the cell phone shoot in the yearbook. Like it was different countries. You know, gotta take pictures. You know, show our different countries and stuff.
I know we only have 2 of you mic'd, but would the rest of you agree with what they're saying? And that is wonderful to hear. Tell us about Culture Day. You have a cultural day here where you actually get to do a program for other students, and your parents are able to come in. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. We all go to the gym and just have our flags up, different cultures. Sometimes we have food, like the music, different items, have little performance in the gym, some more.
What sort of performance did you do?
Oh, I think we did like a little dance, you know. It was like last year me and my cousins, we did a little dance in the gym. You know, it was a nice sight to see.
I want to see video of this. What about you?
I feel like Culture Day here at Lavergne High School is an amazing day. It's an experience everybody has to experience in any type of school from all over, like with all the kids with all their unique differences. I feel like when you talk about Culture Day, it starts off when we all go to the gym. Everybody comes like dressed in their own unique, like traditional, like I say uniforms or outfits from where they're from. And like you have the female come with their dresses on, you have the guys coming with their soccer jerseys or just stuff from their outfits from where they're from. And then we have different students come in groups or by themselves that have talent, and they come and they showcase their own unique dance moves from their culture. So for us, I didn't do it, but we did have a group of girls last year that did Honduras, and we have a unique dance called punta, which is just a traditional dance for us. And then after that, you get to go out and you get to eat all types of food from different countries and all types of food. It's just great. Everybody gets to be who they want to be and express who they are.
Now I have to ask, did you guys cook the food that the students were eating? Did you guys do that, or did your parents do that?
My parents did that.
Yeah, we don't die.
I helped a little.
You helped a little? That's amazing, and I love hearing all that. I wish I could have seen all of this program, just because, again, we have a number of students here highlighting their countries and where they're from. So I'd love to introduce all of the students that we have. I know we've had two speaking on behalf of the students, but if I could get your first and last name and what country?
Carlos Barrios, and I'm from Venezuela.
Venezuela. And if you'll just pass that down, we'll keep doing it this way. You, ma'am.
Malaz Jurad, I'm from Sudan.
Sari Sanchez, I'm from Mexico.
Shayla Mondragon, I'm from Mexico and El Salvador.
Brittany Mejia, I'm from Honduras and Nicaragua.
Jose Junior Mejia, I'm half Honduran and half Nicaraguense.
Joel Otun, I'm from Ghana.
Asaya Otun, I'm from Ghana.
Thank you guys so very much. I very much appreciate your time and you talking with me and sharing what you did, and just love seeing all that diversity right here. Stick with us. We have a little more to go here at What's Cool in School from Lavergne High School. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Webb King. I am the nurse injector office manager here at Webb Aesthetic Plastic Surgery Med Spa. We have been open for a little over 10 years now. My favorite thing about working here is just making people feel better about themselves. Most often they come in with something that they are insecure about, and giving them the confidence to not feel that way changes their lives, which changes our lives too. It's almost indescribable to see someone walk in and then walk out with a different demeanor, a different confidence. You can see before and after pictures, even the undergarments that they wear in the first picture versus the second picture, or just the smile on their face, or the way they will open their eyes and look at you when they wouldn't when they walked in the door the first time.
The Academy has been voted Best of Parenting since 2008 and the Best Child Care Music Study. That 2008 is a big number. Come learn and play now.
Veritas was chartered to serve the Nissan employees nationwide. Within our Visa credit card program, you get 1% cash back on all of your purchases every month. Our new mobile app is really state-of-the-art, very, very simple to make deposits, make transfers, or look at your balances. If you're a Nissan family member or one of their Tier 1 or Tier 2 suppliers, also if you live in certain areas of Rutherford County, or if you happen to be a friend of the Smyrna Library. Come on in and see us today. We'd love for you to be a part of Veritas.
I'm Monty Hale, sports editor of the Murfreesboro Post. Going to talk some Lavergne sports today. They've wrapped up their volleyball and soccer seasons, tough seasons for both. But, you know, you got to appreciate kids that go in there and finish a season out. They start something, they finish it. They don't see the results. That's a hard thing to do. Wish them best fortunes here in the winter with basketball upcoming. They open up the season on November 15th at Siegel. and went to that's a Hall of Fame game. Lavergne's boys last year went to the sectionals finals after making the state tournament the year before. So 2 years ago, one of the best 8 teams in the state. Last year, one of the best 16. So they look to build on that success. They're coached by Tony Rutland. He was a standout player under Dave Odom at Wake Forest, where he was a 1,000-point scorer, and he's still in the top 10 all-time in assist. So I know they're looking forward to getting the basketball season rolling and, get the bitterness out about volleyball and soccer this year. Football, unfortunately, the Wolverines are 0-9. It's been a tough year. And I talked to a former coach one time at Lavergne. He said, we're kind of like a metro school in many regards, in that some of our best athletes at school don't even play sports. They've got other things in mind. So you really got to tip your hat to those young men. And they're playing schools that some of them have 70, 80 players, and they're around 40. So they don't have as much depth. Every injury that mounts up is more and more magnified just because of the amount of bodies they're able to send. Because I'll tell you, their coaching staff, led by Mike Woodward, who is a tremendous football coach. Got a lot of respect for him. Dave Bergsmith, Bobby Butler, Dale Hudson, Tim Moore, and Ladarius Burge make up their staff. Ladarius, a former Riverdale and Mr. Football standout. So they've got good people out there. Their problem this year has just been simply scoring. It's just been a really, really struggle all year. But I've always said, Lavergne's had a lot of tough seasons. They've had some playoff seasons. But I will say this, they fight you all the way to the end. And, that's all you can ask out of as a coach. Again, I'm Monty Hale, sports editor of the Murfreesboro Post.
Now, a word from the principal.
I'm a graduate and I got the opportunity to come back as the principal. So that's pretty special. And I think you guys were able to see why we love our diversity. We have such a diverse student body, and it's just great to have students from all over the country, all over different places and different backgrounds, and how we come together, and it's so inclusive and just a great place to be. Our diversity makes us unique, and I think sometimes that becomes maybe sometimes people don't know what that diversity means inside a school building, but it's been nothing but a blessing to all of our teachers, all of our staff here, and just the community, I think, as a whole, and the kids. It's just a great place, and I feel like kids feel like they belong here. So that's one thing I love, and I think people don't necessarily know that about Lavergne. And we have just a lot of opportunities here. I think you guys featured our Motlow Early College, and that's just a unique program that we are afforded the opportunity for kids to graduate with their associate degree before they even graduate from high school. So I think that's a great thing we have, and we just have a great group of teachers who just do a great job with our students.
We are having the best time visiting all of the high schools. Thank you, Lavergne High School, for having us out to learn what's cool in school where you are. For those of you who would like to see this episode and all others, well, you can do that by going to Main Street Media TV Network. You can also download our mobile app, Main Street Media TV Mobile. You'll have all of our shows, from this show to others that we're doing, like Community Checkup, Taste of Nashville, Streetwise, and others, just by downloading that mobile app. Thanks for joining us here for this episode of What's Cool in School in Rutherford County. Until next week, we'll see you then.